This is a list of signatures of people who signed a covenant to build a church that with God's help would reach and minister to ordinary people from every walk of life, to introduce them to Jesus, to be a light on a hill. Then God provided this land, the place for his light to shine on a hill. We're so grateful to Jim Moore and his father for providing such a wonderful gift, this property, this beautiful property. Then God sent people, carpenters for Christ and others from many places to help build this sanctuary. God also provided the architect and the engineer, who was our own Charles Whitworth, working alongside another member, Roy Powers, to coordinate and to oversee the work. The materials and the money were made available so that we were debt-free in a very short time. Ephesians 3:20 states that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above anything that we can ask or even think, if we will do it for God's glory. God is alive and well right here, right now. If you have Jesus in your heart, he has you in the palm of his hand. He will never let go. Isn't God wonderful? We're so blessed. We are God's covenant people. I want to talk about a covenant relationship with our God.
And that's going to be my introduction to our singer this morning. 'Twas battered and scarred, and the auctioneer thought it scarcely worth his while to waste much time on the old violin, but he held it up with a smile. "What am I bidding, good folks?" he cried. "Who'll start the bidding for me? $1, then two, only two? $2, who'll make it three? $3 once, $3 twice, going for three." But no, from the room far back, a gray-haired man came forward and picked up the bow. Then, wiping the dust from the old violin, he tightened the loose strings and played a melody pure and sweet as caroling angel sings. The music ceased, and the auctioneer, with a voice that was quiet and low, said, "What am I bid for this old violin?" And he held it up with the bow. $1,000, who make it two? 2,000, who make it three? 3,000 once, 3,000 twice, going and gone, said he. And the people cheered, but some of them cried, "We do not quite understand. What changed its worth?" Swift came the reply, "The touch of a master's hand." And many a man with life out of tune, battered and scarred with sin, is auctioned cheap to the thoughtless crowd, much like the old violin. A mess of pottage, a glass of wine, a game, and he travels on. He is going once and going twice. He's going and almost gone. But the master comes, and the foolish crowd can never quite understand the worth of a soul and the change that's wrought by the touch of the master's hand. And to introduce Mr. Donnie Sumner, I just will say to you, please open your heart, and if you do, you will feel the touch of this master's hand.
Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Donnie. Has been now for a long time. I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather have Jesus than have riches untold. rather have Jesus than houses or lands. I'd rather be led by His dear hand than to be a king on a vast array and be held in sin's dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this whole world holds today. Now, before I do anything else, from time to time, you're going to hear me holler something, "Let it go, baby," or "Hold it, baby." I want you to know right now, I am not talking to John up there in that sound room. Maybe it sounds awful soft to me, maybe because I'm just old and hard of hearing. Huh? Okay, if John's happy, I'm happy. Anybody want any of this, come and get it. I got 2 bottles. Thank God for bottled water. I've been in the ministry full time since 1979, and I've drunk out of everything but the commode. I was down in Florida, on the east coast of Florida, several years ago, and I'm not going to tell you what town because somebody may be from there. But they got what they call that sulfur water. That is the nastiest water in 50 states. And it was hot, the church didn't have no air conditioning, the window was open, the flies was flying, and the gnats was a gnatting. And I was so stinking thirsty, and I asked for a cup of water. They brought me a McDonald's cup with a lipstick ring on it. Set it up there. And right in the middle of my song, with just a second to wait, I took that big cup of water, took a gulp of it, I spit it on the piano, the pulpit, and I promised God that I would never again drink water out of a McDonald's cup. And He sent me bottled water. And I got a memory like an elephant. I immediately went back to my office in Nashville and wrote down what we call a chord chart and the lyrics, as many as I could remember. About 3 or 4 days later, I went into the studio and recorded it with a stamped quartet. At that same time, Rusty went in and recorded it on another record with the Goodman family. Rusty's record came out just a few days before mine did. And for years, he went around telling everybody that he not only wrote this song, but he introduced it to gospel music. Well, Rusty's dead now. And I introduced this song to gospel music. I still wish I was pretty so when I walk around when nothing happened, I could show off. Keep talking. That's the first time in 32 years you've ever told me to keep talking. God love her. I was pastoring up in West Virginia. I had been a single pastor for quite a while. I'd been separated for a number of years. And one day I was walking through the woods, and God said, "Son, you need a wife." I said, "Where have you been? I've been telling you that for 5 years." I went to Illinois and married her. 33 years ago, this coming October. She has done every speck of the driving. She has logged well over 1.5 million miles without an accident or a ticket. I sing, eat. That's all I do. Everything else she does. I am high maintenance and very kept. Thank God. We've never spent a night apart. Somebody said, why do y'all do that? Why do you always go together? I said, because she hates to kiss me back. You ready, baby? Let her go. I'm not worried about it if you're not. We got dinner back there that ain't got no place to go. We got the doors locked. When I think of how he came so far from glory, came and dwelt among the lowly, such as I. To suffer shame and such disgrace on my Calvary, take my place. Then I ask myself this question: who am I said, help me get it back together. And when I said that, God remembered something that he had made audible before the foundations of the world in his own heart. He didn't say, if you're pretty, if you're rich, if everything's going good. He just said, whoever.
You say, Brother Shawn, I know that I need salvation today. You say, Brother Shawn, I'm just going through a confusing time with God. Would you just slip your hand up right now with every head bowed and every eye closed? Let me know that what's going on. Praise God for that hand. Praise God for that hand. The Spirit of the Lord is moving in this place today. He's moving.
Well, the ladies have really outdone themselves with this huge spread of food for the birthday celebration of Grace Baptist Church. Everybody's at tables and ready to start eating. It's a great day. Ladies. That looks good, ladies.
Hot dog.
The dessert table looks really good.